Hello once again, everybody. Joe from Feel Like Craps. I do feel like craps this evening, and I most certainly hope that you do as well. Our $1,000 bankroll is right over here, and our monthly profits for the month of February are thus far right over here. We have $2,552 in total profit for the month of February. We're hoping to keep that in the positive here as we roll out our strategy from Waylon at Waylon Play Craps, now with Alicia. It involves the 6 and 8 at $60 levels, and we work every roll. When we hit, we expand out to the 5 and 9. We get one hit with them. We leave $25 after we get a hit and take the rest to the rack. If the 5 and 9 are already covered with bets, we don't increase them with a 6 or an 8. We take the additional 6 and 8 hits prior to a 5 or 9 hit for the rack. It's relatively simple strategy from the best I can tell watching it being rolled out, except we're rolling it at a much lower level than he did. He did it with $100 chips. I'm going to do it with the poor man's bankroll. All right. $60 on the 6, $60 on the 8 to get us started. And without further ado, I would like to direct your attention to the bottom right-hand side of the screen where the stars of our show lie. And again, we are working every roll unless I say we're not. So here we go, dice are out. 3 craps, there we go. Good way to start. Cost the line better than 628. That's a $70 winner. We're going to take our 70 and we're going to put it on the 9 for now. Dice are out. Here they come. 415. We picked the wrong number to put it on. Don't worry, the 9s will be coming. 6-5. Yo, 11. Hard 8. Bert and Ernie. Square pair. That's going to be good enough to reset the puck. The puck doesn't really matter. We're keeping track of the points. We don't have to. Going to put that on the 5, and we're going to roll the dice. We are working. Dice are out, and that's going to cost us. 617 on the come out is going to cost us every time. Not what we wanted to have happen. Of course, in the last video, when I did this with the 4 and 10, the 5 and 9s did nothing but roll. And roll continuously. But that being as it may, we can't win them all. All right, let's stay at this level for now. $60, dice are out, and again, we are working. That's a 10 the hard way, so our point's a 10. Looking for a 6 or an 8 to get us going. There's a hard 6. It's the national average. That'll be a $70 winner. And we'll put it on the 5. Dice are out. 4 the hard way. A 5-1 mixer, okay. That's going to be another 70. We're going to take the 70 and put it on the 9. We got all bases covered. Dice are out. 5-3-8. Now, additional hits on the 5 or 8 at this point are just going to go back to the rack. So that's $70. We get to take that back to the rack. Dice are out. Here they come. 3-2-5. We got a hit. And that's going to be a $70 hit. So it'll pay $98. $98 on that win. So there it is. And we only keep 25 on it after it hits for now. The rest comes back to the rack. We're ready. Dice are out. 3-2-5 is a winner. And we're just going to collect that. $35 winner. Here they go. 628. That's just great. Now the 5's been rolling, so I'm gonna take this. And put it on the 5. Dice are out. Here they come. 5-1 mixer. That's good for 70, and we'll take that one back to the rack. That's a $70 racket. Rack it and stack it. Dice are out. 2 craps, 1 spot, 1 dot to get us a lot if we're in the field. And there's a 5-2 to tell us we're through. The pit boss says grab the money. $60 each on the 6 and 8. Away they go. 628. Coin is 8. $70 winner. And we'll go out to the 9. About time the 9 starts hitting. Dice are out. And that's a 7. That's a quick 7. That doesn't help our cause. We got some crappy shooters tonight. We'll go back to our 60 here. A 0.7 out happens 28% of the time, apparently, according to statistics. I think we've hit our quota. At least I hope we have. 2-1-3. Craps. We cost the line better someone. 3-2. Hey, where were you 3 rolls ago? 3-2-5. That doesn't help us now. Back to back. 3-2-5. We're still working. Here they come. 6-4-10. That's an easy 10. And Bert and Ernie coming to give us 70 bucks. That's a $70 winner. We'll try the 9 again. Here they come. That's a 4 the hard way. That doesn't help us. The ballerina. Back-to-back ballerina. She's doing some dancing. 5-1-6, an easy 6. That's the KitchenAid mixer. 70 bucks. And we'll send that to the 5. Let's see if we can get a hit on a 5 or a 9. There's a 5. That'll be a $98 winner. We'll trade in 2. And take a black chip. Because we like it when our rack has black chips in it. That's going to go back to 25. Dice are out. Here they come. 3-2-5. Fever in the morning, fever in the evening, fever when it comes time to roll the dice. Here we go. $35 back to the rack. Here they come. Let's see that 9. That's a craps 2. We don't want a 2. That doesn't help us. We're not in the horn. Hard 6. That will be another $70 winner. We'll throw it on the 5. The 5's been hot, so may as well. 628. That's just great. We're going to take $70 back to the rack. We got all the juice on our outside numbers that I'm comfortable having, so 6s and 8s will go back to the rack if they continue to roll. There's a Nina Niner Wine and Diner. That'll be $98. Thank you very much, Joe Casino. $98 winner. Right back to the rack she goes. And this comes down to 25. Dice are out. All the spots and dots we got, Atomic Craps at Joe Casino. And followed, of course, in short order by our buddy. 7 out. That's okay though. We're okay for now. Reset the puck. And we'll go back at it. Dice are out. Here they come. 6, 5, yo, 11, pay the line. If we didn't have a marker on the line, we'd be getting paid, but that marker is just there to say that we're not, someone else is shooting the dice. Where was that 9? 4 rolls ago. 5, 4, 9, we have a point of 9. We're gonna hit the point of 9 and reset the puck again, dice are out. And a 4, 2, 6, easy 6. You got it, folks, $70 winner. I'm going to throw it on the 5. I don't think the 5s are done rolling yet. Dice are out. Well, a 7's going to roll, so I'm not going to get much help from the dice at all on that shooter. Let's take it back to the rack. Back to our $60 starting spread on the 6 and 8. Here they come. 6, 3, 9, of course. 6, 3, 9 is the point. And that's a 5-1 mixer. $70 winner. We'll throw it on the 9 this time. Dice are out. And we got crap shooters tonight, folks. Not having any luck with this pair. Lots of 7s. Lots of 7s real quick. We're gonna ladder because we're in trouble. That's 120 each, so at level 2, here they come. Can't do that too much with this kind of a bankroll. 516, 140 is the payout. We'll throw it to the 9. Dice are out. 6, 3, 9. We got a bone. We got a bone from the dice god. So let's see what we can do with that. That's $140 nine. So set. $196 is the payout, so we'll trade in 4 and get 200. And this comes down to 50. And we're good to go. Dice are out. A 6, 2, 8. That's just great. That'll be 140. We'll throw it on the 5. Dice are out. A 5-1 mixer, that one. That's going to be 140 back to the rack. I'm going to take that back to the rack. Here they come. Oh, 6, 3, 9. The dice gods are being nice. That will be 75 for 5. Well, it's a $70 winner, but we'll trade in 5 and get 75 for a $50 9. Dice are out. That's a 3-1-4. That doesn't help our cause much. Oh, the spots and dots we got. A box cars and a 6, 4, 10. Big Ben, our best friend, the easy 10. A 3 cramps. 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 4. 3 and a 4. Right one right after the other. 5, 3, 8. We're going to hit the 8. That'll be 140. we'll throw it on the 9. I'm taking these back down because we're back in profit, so we're going to remove these and we're going to go back to the base level on them. I'm going to go back to the base level on this as well because there is no need to have extra money knowing how these dice have been behaving. I'll leave that because that was honestly earned money, so we'll do 6, 8, and we had, I'm going to bring that back to the base level as well. I'm sorry, but I don't trust these dice. I'll tell you what. Take this 140 and we're going to make it 70, and I'm going to split 70 each. So let's do that, and we're going to do $70 for the 5, and I'm going to throw another 70 on the 9. That way it's spread out a little bit, which is probably better. The dice gods may appreciate that a little better. That's 100, so toss that there, and we're ready to go. Dice are out. 12 craps. All the spots and dots. We just made somebody 60 to 1 richer in the horn with that. And of course, you knew what was coming, folks. You knew after 2 consecutive horn numbers, the dice weren't going to let another number go. So, tell you, we're going to cut the video. These dice have been problematic all night. Let's see, 3, 4, 5. Yep. We got profit, we're walking away. No one to be satisfied. 500 and 1,000. We got profit, we're walking away from the table. We got 300 in profit right there, minimum. There's 325. There's another 100, so we'll walk away with that. There's another 3 color up green chips. We're going to add that to this. That'll color that up. And we'll get a purple chip for these 5 black chips as our $1,000 bankroll sits over there. So, not a bad showing for problematic dice. That can go back here. $505, folks. Can't beat it. We'll add this to our profits for the month. And we have another yellow chip for the 2 purples. 3,000. $57 now total profit for the month of February. We'll put our $1,000 bankroll back into its standby position for the next video. And everybody, thank you for watching. Joe from Feel Like Craps here. I always feel like craps. A dandy little strategy here for the just a 6 and 8 to the 5 and 9 or 4 and 10 strategy, however you want to play it. Either way, it works. It worked here even with problematic dice. So it might be worth to roll them out at some point down the line. I'd like to see that. We got a couple strategies now that people want us to roll out. So we're going to do the roll them out series for a couple of them coming up. But that being as it may, folks, Joe from Feel Like Craps here. Remember, whenever we go to the casino, we never bet with money that we cannot afford to lose. Until until the next time, be well, stay safe, and as always, I hope every trip to that craps table sees those dice gods being forever and always in your favor.